All right. As we all know, the degeneracy is at an all-time high. I once texted a guy a while ago. There was a girl that went to my school. I was a graduate. I'm a little bit older than her, but she went to school with my brother. Okay, but we went to the same school nonetheless. And she had a picture of herself, and it was a big sign, and it was it was about she was sitting down, and the sign was on her lap. Okay, and she was presumably naked behind it because I couldn't see any bra straps, and you know there was you couldn't really see anything below it because it went all the way onto her legs. It said "slut" on it, okay, and she was smiling, okay, when she was holding up the sign. And I sent this to some guy I know, and he's like, "This is what he actually wrote." He's like, "Degeneracy is rampant. The city must be purged." I'm pretty sure he said degeneracy is rampant. And I'm like, okay, Rorschach. I mean, he was not wrong, but I mean, what's the solution there? Um, I heard some people say that when shit hits the fan, then lots of these women are just gonna go to the back to the world's oldest profession because they're not good for anything else. I mean, lots of them are already in that profession, but their pay is gonna go way down, um, and the job's gonna get way dirtier. Anyways, so there's this girl named Bonnie Blue. Okay, Bonnie Blue. She's the queen of modern Babylon, which is America. Okay. There's this guy that I recommended. He said that Rome is now England or something like that. It's like, oh, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? But anyways, back in Babylon, apparently there was a bunch of weird shit going on, like bestiality. I mean, if you already had bestiality, then you're like way past sodomy, which frankly is disgusting. Um, Although I mean, if you're some sort of, I can't imagine being that horny. I can't imagine. Maybe I guess I'm just a square. I'm just an old romantic. Okay. But anyways, we got Bonnie Blue, and
I don't discriminate. Whether
she was planning to do something called a petting zoo, and so there's apparently she's going to be locked in a cage, gagged and blindfolded, and all of her orifices were going to be available for the men that were going to pass by, and apparently there's going to be 2,000 men in attendance, not all at once. I mean, that's her orifices aren't that big. Um, Although I'm pretty sure she's going to go for that record eventually. It'll be like most insertions at one time. She'll probably go for that record. Okay, and and it's going to be kind of like, let's say you get a bunch of guys from Cambodia, which I'm not nothing against Cambodians, but apparently that's the smallest penis, the smallest average penis size is in Cambodia, like something like a little under 4 inches. But I mean, for a Cambodian woman that's like 4'8", that probably feels huge. Okay. Um, Anyways, there might be some of that going on if she goes for that record. But I mean, good luck. Okay, Bonnie. So, um, I don't know about you, but I'm not gonna buy a ticket. I got better things to do. Pretty much anything. You could pretty much think of anything, and it would be better. It would be better to do than go to the petting zoo. Okay. And so, anyways, here we go.
you're married, 18 or 80, I'll take anybody. Now I found something that makes me super happy, and even my family see how much happier I am.
So your family support what you do?
Super supportive.
So they don't like you?
No, they're super supportive.
Yeah, that she's probably paying them.
But they don't like you?
It's like hard work to get this body count.
What is your body count?
It's hard work. I suppose when the numbers start getting pretty high, although all you need is a little bit of advertising. There's I don't know if you're aware of this, but if a girl hits a 5, puts up, let's say she has like an open sign, okay, if you know what I mean, she turns it on, okay, it's neon, it lights up. There's going to be 100 guys lined up. If a guy that's a 5 turns on his open sign, there's going to be no girls lined up. Maybe one gay guy.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Michelle.
Hi, I'm Bonnie.
Lovely to meet you. Thanks for coming today.
Lovely to
So
meet you.
I saw what you were doing online, and I thought it'd be nice to just have a sit-down conversation, pick your
Yes.
brain a bit, have a better understanding as to who you are and how you became who you are now.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
At what point did you start creating the content that you create?
Coming up 2 years ago now. So
Okay.
it's still not that long. I'm still very new to it.
She's green.
And what were you doing
She's green.
previously?
Recruitment. So I've had like 2 years off because I just relocated to Australia. So I had 2 years living by the beach, living like a nice life.
Yeah.
But then prior to
Living
that,
by
my
the
full-time job
beach.
was recruitment.
And then what? Because that's a big jump.
Yeah, a slight difference.
It's a big like that's recruitment to. What would you classify yourself now, like work-wise? If someone says, "What do you do for a living?"
OnlyFans, but people call it prostitution, slut, slag, whatever.
Yeah.
Slag. We don't say slag in Canada. They should. I'll start saying it. Like slag. They're like, okay, well, whatever the hell that means. You fucking idiot. But little do they know, I just called them the worst fucking thing imaginable.
So I take any word.
Oh, you're just happy with anything?
Yeah, like I'm not phased. Like when you do OnlyFans, no matter the length of your content, you can be called, oh, you're selling your body, you're a prostitute, you're a slut. Like, so I take any word that comes with it.
But essentially, that's the truth, though, isn't it? Like, you are selling your body.
Yeah.
So you don't mind the repercussions of what
No,
comes with
it's
it.
hard work being a slut. Like I've earned the.
Yeah, it's hard compared. Yeah, there's that old annoying philosopher sort of question where it's like compared to what? Is that the sort of? I remember some guy told me like there's this guy that we knew that's a degenerate and he's just like, no, it's someone you want to be around. And some guy's like, yeah, but he works hard. Okay, I remember there's this guy that I know his like dad would like beat the shit out of him and his dad would get him into fights and then he'd bet on the fights and he was a drunk. It was this French guy, and it's like the people are like, oh well, but he was a hard worker.
Earned the title.
The dad, not the guy. Well, the guy getting into fights whenever he's a hard worker too, but he's not getting he's not like he's not treating his son like he's a fucking pit bull.
Do you enjoy being called a slut? Okay, so it's not like an offensive thing. So
No.
so you are like a professional hoe, and you're happy about that.
Yeah, it's like hard work to get this body count.
What is your body count?
It's coming up to 2,000.
2,000 men.
Yeah, 2,000. It is high.
Okay, so what was your life like growing up? So prior to like everything that you've done, what was you like as a child?
Just like I had the most normal childhood. I have got like mum, dad, sister, lived in like a small village. We got like
Holy shit. 2,000. That's like Lemmy Kilmister, and it took Lemmy Kilmister a lifetime to acquire that body count.
I had hobbies alongside school. I wasn't naughty at school, but like yes, I didn't do my homework. Like
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
I'd be
yeah.
late for
That's
class.
what
It
I
was just like a cheeky, but not naughty, not like mischievous or anything like that. Was doing like dancing alongside school. So very just normal childhood.
I wonder what her body count was before the OnlyFans.
It was like any experienced trauma in your childhood that you can
No,
recall
like-
that would have.
Zero trauma, no daddy issues. People look into my past a lot and they're like, there must be something, like
Yeah.
something must be happening.
Because it is a big thing to just go from like having this beautiful life in a village
Yeah.
to people on camera.
Mm-hmm.
That's like
It was a beautiful life, but God, it was boring. It's the same as
Oh, it's 33 minutes. We can't watch this whole thing.
have a gangbang.
This isn't an Asmongold video. Asmongold, she'd say 2,000. He'd pause and he'd be like,
Like,
No,
that
of course
wasn't in my
not. But
head.
that's what I mean. Along the way, somewhere during your lifetime, you have lost your morals.
he'd be like. He looks like he's about to puke. That's his sort of that flabbergasted thing that he does. That's his little bit. Other than that, I don't really care about his lukewarm, like new right opinions on anything.
I enjoy it, and I'm doing nothing wrong. I'm not hurting anybody. If anything, I've got liquid evidence of doing the opposite.
You're not hurting anybody, but you are damaging society.
I'm draining
Viewpoints.
balls and sucking. That's what I'm doing. I'm not damaging society.
But you're doing it publicly.
Yeah, of course.
And
'cause
you're
I'm
trying
proud
to
of it.
glorify it, but you shouldn't be proud of it. It's not
I live a very glamorous life, so why would I not glorize it?
because you're making money off of being by barely legal boys.
And you don't think girls try and have sex all the time and have sex to work the way to the top.
Work the way to the top of what?
Just the businesses. Like, people have sex all the time. It's not just to earn money for OnlyFans. Like, I've worked in offices.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if this lady, I guess she doesn't have the zoom out ability, but you weren't able to do that. Well, I suppose if you're a prostitute back in the day, but you're not going to be having a huge body count because you're going to have a big ass belly. I suppose, I mean, I guess you could, but like, yeah, who's going to take care of you when you're pregnant? And who's going to help you take care of your baby? Right? Because, I mean, back in ancient Greece, okay, let's go colder than that. Back in ancient Denmark, okay, let's say it's 500 BC. Who's gonna get you food? Okay, when you're like you're like 40 weeks, 39 weeks fucking pregnant. Who the hell's gonna get you food when you got a big ass fucking beach ball on your sticking out in front of you?
People have had promotions because they've had sex with their boss. I've met multiple rappers and singers. They've got girls literally in their DMs begging to have sex with them just to get a bit of attention.
I got this problem too.
Money.
Yeah.
And they're doing that behind the closed doors.
But this is because we're in a generation now where women have been told that it's okay to sexualize our bodies, and we're going backwards.
Women
We've got
have
this whole
unfortunately-
OnlyFans thing now where everyone's just like glorifying being a prostitute.
Yeah, but I personally see like women have been sexualized all the time. From
Exactly.
such
And
a
we
young age,
worked
which is wrong.
so hard to bring ourselves out of that so that we weren't just sexualized beings. Men used to.
When the hell? What? Okay, just talking about some fake history. You know, I'm not going to do the Charles thing and say that, you know, anything before 200 years ago is fake. But, I mean, it didn't start getting really bad for women until probably the late 60s when they started going, like, absolutely, like, slut crazy.
No, I don't know.
If you were to have children and you had a son
Yeah.
and he turned 18, how would you feel if he slept with someone like you?
Yeah, I'd love it.
I love it if he had sex with me, actually. I feel like I would be his best. I would be able to teach him the best, and he'd be able to fulfill women in the greatest way. It'll be like a Christian Grey situation. Some guy wanted me to, Mr. X wanted me to review the sort of weird modern female fantasies where they, I gotta look at the comment, where basically they're getting like all busted up from Christian Grey types. Well, I mean, it's violent. I mean, the guy's but anyways, let's go back to Christian Grey. Christian Grey was apparently, he learned all of his tricks from some older woman back. She like took him under her wing. Okay, her Mother Goose, dirty Mother Goose took him under her wing, and showed him all the tricks of the trade. He's like 18 and she's like 40, and that's how he became like, you know, 6'6", 6'6" super lover. 6-pack, 6 foot, super lover, 7-figure, sizzling hot dude. Okay, that's not my best alliteration that I can do on the fly. I have the best thumbnails. You know how you know I'm fucking shadow banned, because especially that last one. Okay. There's no fucking way that if that video was shown in someone's feed that they wouldn't click it. Okay, that's how you know my video YouTube. Okay, what rhymes with you? Moo, like the cow that the noise that the cows make. Okay, there's no way that YouTube is screwing with me. Okay, all right. The black people are always talking about the man. Okay, well, what about the man's going? The man, I guess it's because I'm fucking Indian. Okay, the man's down on the black man, and now the man's down on the brown man. What the hell's next? Okay, white people, he's coming for you too. All right. So, anyways, yeah, Christian. Oh yes. Well, anyways, I'll do a. I remember there's an old video where Francis, you know, Boogie 2988, his Francis character, before he revealed himself as the Psycho, back when he was funny and creative, he was doing some readings from 50 Shades of Grey in the Francis voice, which is pretty funny. I think what I got to do is just watch the movie. I got to sit through it. I did watch this anime called, I think it's called Midnight City, and I actually thought it was really good, except there was too many sex scenes. Okay, it's like, why is that in there? Okay, but it wasn't a weird anime because it was from 1987, so they look like humans, and they don't do the super weird facial expressions where they're and they're crying out waterfalls, and then there's no really high voiced girls. They all sound like normal women. Yeah, but other than the sex scenes, I thought it was pretty interesting. I'll see you in a bit.